Hey there, Chicago Bears fans. It's your hoster once again. It is Rai for a late podcast to discuss about the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts from this past Sunday. Okay? Sorry about the late podcast, okay? Now the Bears lost this game. They should win this game, but they didn't. It was a very, very good game. I really enjoy this. The final score was 29-23. Now the Bears are 1-4, last place once again, and the Colts are 2-3. Colts are a better position than the Bears. Kind of sad, isn't it? Now they met a few times in the regular season. They met one time in the Super Bowl, okay? The Bears should win that game, but they didn't. They did not have elite quarterback. The defense was freaking awesome that season, but they came up a little too short, and they have not been back to Super Bowl since. Is that pretty sad? Let me give you the status. Okay, Brian, the backup for Cutler, he was 33 out of 43. That's not bad. He passed a lot, but this guy is the bomb, I think. 397 yards, 2 TDs. Now, Jay Cutler would never ever pass that much. Well, maybe he will. He'll only give it to one down receiver, and that is Jeffrey. I will discuss about the Jeffrey incident in a few minutes. The running game, Howard, 16 carries for $118. He needs to run the ball more. He needs to run into the end zone. One of the receivers, 9 receptions for $131 TD. Not too shabby. Luck, the quarterback for the Colts, 29 out of 39. He passed a lot too. 322 yards, 2 TDs. Frank Gore, the running back, 14 carries for 75 yards. He did not get into the end zone. But T.J. Hilton, I have him on my fantasy football. He really exploded. 10 receptions for $171, 1 TD. He just cut off. He just destroyed Bear defense. Now Bear defense is not very good. Okay, has not been good since the 06 year under Lovie Smith and Ron Rivera. Now Ron Rivera, he's with the Carolina Panthers. Now Carolina Panthers are struggling this season. Now this Sunday, the Bears will go back home to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can the Bears beat Jacksonville? I don't know. This team is all messed up. Offense, defense, special teams, because they can't block. They can't do nothing right. It's pathetic. Am I going to watch the game on Sunday? Oh, yeah. And especially the Cubbies. That's just a very, very cheap plug. I'm glad they're back in the same position they were last year. But let's see if they get to the World Series for the first time since 1908. Knock on wood. But let me go back about the Bears. About Jeffrey, he was very, very pissed off. He did not get the winning touchdown or any catches. I know he's a franchise receiver for the Bears, but at least one good thing came out of this. Brian spread the ball, but he did not give it to Jeffrey. So you can't make all these receivers happy. It reminded me of back in the day when Terrell Owens, he used to be with Philly, and the quarterback was Donovan, and give me the ball, left and right. And those two guys have great chemistry. They went to the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but they had great chemistry. But I think the second year, he was on with Philly 2 years. The second year, they had a big on the sidelines, a big argument, I think, and then that season they let him go, or during that season they let him go, or just they suspend him, or I forgot how it worked. So I don't know. I don't think it'll ever come down to Chicago. Bears lost. Kevin White, he's out for the rest of the season. I'm guessing. He messed up his ankle during the Detroit game. So Bears have so many darn injuries. Are the Bears are going to be the monsters of the middleweight like they used to do back in the 80s and 06? Well, of course, the 85 year, you can't top that. Now, off the record, the Minnesota Vikings are undefeated 5-0, okay? Now, I want to do this really quickly. Now, I am not a Viking fan. I'm not a Packer fan. I am not a Detroit Lions fan. The only team that I support is the Chicago Bears. Crappy season, spectacular season, average season, and an okay season. I'm a Bears fan since Eric Kramer days. That was back in the 90s, Let me discuss this real quickly. Let me see her. Hold on. I was not really prepared for this. I'm sorry. Okay. The top 3 quarterbacks, I guess this is recently from week 5. Matty Ice for the Atlanta Falcons, 121.6 passing rating. That's good. Bradford from the Vikings, 109.7, and Brian Hoyer from the Bears, he's number 3, 108.8. Jay Cutler will never ever get that passing percentages. Never. I love Jay Cutler, but on the other hand, he's not that great. But on the other hand, he could be sometimes Mr. Clutch when it really counts. I guarantee the Bears cannot wait until Jay Cutler is gone from his current contract. But on the other hand, probably Bears will give him a 4-year extension worth lots and lots of money. And Bears are freaking stupid. Yes, they are. Because this past off season, they did not get a veteran. I'm sorry, scratch that. Bears, this past NFL draft, Bears did not draft an NFL quarterback. Because if they did, he'll learn from Jay Cutler. And then once Jay Cutler leaves the Bears, he could take over the helms, the leading role of the team. I'll give you a quick example. When Brett Favre was with the Packers all these years, he never missed a game. Then out of the blue, the Green Bay Packers draft a quarterback named Aaron Rodgers. He will be the future quarterback of the Packers. Did he play right away? No. Okay? He set out, and he learned from the future Hall of Famer at the time, Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, I screwed up. He learned it from Brett Favre, the future Hall of Famer at the time, and he did. Then Brett Favre, you know what happened to Brett Favre around that time. Then Aaron Rodgers had some great moments, great games, won a freaking Super Bowl. The rest is history. The Bears can never ever draft an elite quarterback. That really makes me mad. Does that make you mad, Bears fans? Probably. They always had an average quarterback. Jim McMahon, Jim Harbaugh, Eric Kramer, Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler. They never ever had a quarterback like Tom Brady, Drew, not Bledsoe. That's way before your time, my viewers. Drew Brees, Tony Romo's like a Jay Cutler kind of thing, always injured. So, and speaking of Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys are so stupid. If he's healthy enough, they're gonna put him in. But if this new guy, the rookie, if he's good enough still, keep him in. I don't understand this. Now back to the Bears. I'm sorry. If this Brian guy is putting up some great numbers, I know they're not winning. If they pick up some great numbers, leave him in. Forget Jay Cutler, you know? He's the past, you know? I know Hoyler is so freaking old, probably. It's outrageous, but my dad says they're going to put Jay Cutler in because he's the more worth money. You know, they pay him a lot more money. He's going to get paid regardless, so it don't matter if he's on the field or not. It's stupid. Bench Jay Cutler. You know, he has some bad games. I know he's injured. I don't know if he's going to play this Sunday or not. So, I don't know. They need to run the ball more. Quit airing out. You know, I love how quarterbacks love the airing out. I love it. I do it in my Madden games. It's freaking awesome. I love how these quarterbacks go deep. But on the other hand, defense will finally figure out your offense and pick you off. Maybe like a pick six, or you get sacked. You know, when Jay Cutler first got drafted into the league to the Denver Broncos, he exploded. You know, pass, great numbers, him and Brad Marshall. But they didn't have no great defense. I guess she got tired of it. And then the Bears finally pulled the trigger to trade him to Chicago. I don't know what Bears got out of it. I don't know what the Denver Broncos got out of it. I think some couple picks. But in the long run, I think it was a bust. Because Jay Cutler only took the Bears to one freaking playoffs, I think. And then the NFC title game, he got injured. Come on now. People, you know, the news media, they will keep bashing him. He should just go back in the game. If that was Rodgers or Tom Brady, if he got banged up a little bit, he would go back in the game. This is a freaking title game, for crying out loud. This is your one opportunity to go to the Super Bowl for the first time in a long time. And first time for Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler is stupid, you know? And he don't care. He gets paid regardless. Off the field, on the field, he don't care. And the rumor was a couple years ago, or the last offseason, or maybe the year before, that the rumor was the Tennessee Titans wants to trade Jay Cutler. If that happens, who the Bears will get out of it? Picks? Some quarterbacks? Who knows? But it never happened. And I heard from his wife that he wants to leave Chicago and go to Tennessee. If that happens, that's fine. But Tennessee Titans got a pretty decent quarterback. You know? So I don't know what's going to happen. Bears are just a total mess. I told my dad Bears should just lose the rest of the games and get a good draft pick. That's not going to happen probably. Probably Bears should just win a few games down the stretch. Probably going to win this Sunday. Probably lose to the Green Bay. Sorry to say that because Packers wants to catch up to the Minnesota Vikings for the top spot in the NFC North or Central. I know they used to be, North. And they want to keep winning. And from my point of view, just lose every game, like my dad says. But if that happens, Bears are not going to draft very well. Probably going to get a freaking defense or maybe a freaking water boy. I am just kidding about the water boy, but it's ridiculous. The McCaskies, and they're not really in power anymore, but they still have control of some part of the Bears. They need to step down. They need a new general manager. The coach is pretty good. The head coach, John Fox, but I don't know how many years he has left in the NFL. I don't know how many years he has left on his current contract. If the Bears don't make the playoffs this year, I don't think they will, or they will fire him, or they might give him one more chance. So I don't know what to tell you. It sucks to be a Bears fan. But one good thing is, bright spot is, thank God the Cubbies are having a great year and they have a great playoff run so far. Knock on wood, you know. Had to drink some water. So I don't know. Just this is just a very very um, up and down season for the Bears. It's bad. You know. Let me see this real quickly. Let me see this. Hold on. I think Bears are just. I don't know if they won. I think they lost 3 in a row. I gotta look and see. Hold on. Okay. Okay, Bears are last place and they lost 1 in a row. Okay, my mistake. Can they snap that 1-game losing streak? Hopefully. If not, then they're gonna have a tough time against next Thursday against the Green Bay Packers. They have a short week, and I know they hate that with a freaking passion. I don't know if they're gonna get a good workout and all that good stuff. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. I hate when I do that on when I sneeze. Yeah, they gotta play next Thursday night in Green Bay. Home? I mean, in Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field is freaking loud, and when it gets cold, they call it the frozen tundra. And all good stuff. Green Bay has a lot of history. They draft a lot of great quarterbacks. They got Brett Favre, Bart Starr, and of course Aaron Rodgers. How many quarterbacks the Bears had in their franchise history? Exactly. And probably none of you know, or maybe some of you know, a guy named Sid Luckman. I don't know why I know this. Well, there's a little history in Bears. He's the only one in Bears history to score 7 touchdowns in 1 game. I think. Or in a season. I think 1 game. That would never ever happen in Chicago Bears history ever again. Because back in the day, that was a different system, different era. Most of the quarterbacks only get 3 or 2, maybe 5. It all depends. I don't know. And usually, if they want to get to 6, it was a little too late. So I know most of you guys say, "Huh? What are you talking about, Sid Luckman?" I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but I doubt it. Hall of Famer. So I know this is a very, very messed up podcast. Sorry about that. I drink water again. If you like this podcast, if you like this podcast, give this thing a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. All my other social media accounts are down below. Have a good one, and I'll definitely will do another one and discuss about the Bears and Jacksonville coming up, and other stuff and discuss about the Bears and other discuss about the NFL. Sorry about the late podcast. Have a good one. Thanks for listening. This is your friend here, Rai, is signing off.